I don't know about you, but the last 2 weeks have been very interesting. So it's time for another Weekend Shop update. This is Mike with Cleveland Cutting Board Furniture Company, and this is what's been going on. I didn't do a video last week. For one, I was just super busy, and two, I just wasn't motivated. I thought I'd let the dust settle for a little bit. For those of you that watch my videos, that 200 to 400 people that tune in whenever I do a video, thanks for coming back. For the 4,000 of you that out of nowhere decided to tune in and just try and get caught up in all the gossip and all the drama, you're not gonna get any of that here. I'm not falling for it. If you have any questions about anything that's going on, just shoot me a message directly. And my second day here, I was trying to wash the floor, the drains, all 3 drains backed up. Had to go snake the drains out. There was all kinds of nasty shit in there over the years. Not so much the previous owner, but the previous owners of them really kind of neglected the building, I hate to say. I met with, excuse me, too much of this. I met with roofing contractors. I met with gutter. I need new gutters for sure. That's gonna happen. I met with a painter to paint the building. I met with an overhead door guy because there's 2 overhead doors, both just rotted out. They need to be replaced. Not rotted out, but they need to be replaced. The one door I have to, before I can paint the building, I got to fix the door and all this. And I met with a concrete contractor about fixing a couple pads that need replaced and pouring a slab in the back to get it to back to where it was before 2 previous owners did a bunch of hokey stuff back there. So been working on that. Plumbers, I met with the plumber about the drain and trying to fix some other stuff. Yeah, so it's been challenging. Cleaning, I mean, it was a week of just deep scrubbing. The main floor had layers and layers of just gunk on it. So we spent a lot of time, had to rent a machine to cut all that up. Luckily my buddy Jonathan came through and hooked me up. And that's what it comes down to. I mean, my buddy Joe and his wife Bean, I couldn't have moved the big CNC without them. That was quite the challenge. Machine weighs 4,000 pounds, and it's not like we actually had another piece of equipment that just wasn't heavy enough. It was too big for my trailer, so luckily my good buddy Joe and his wife Bean, they pulled some strings on their end, had a friend that let them borrow their big trailer. It's just nerve-wracking. You can't just throw it in the back of a truck, and you gotta be kind of careful with it because it's calibrated. So Joe and Bean, thank you very much. My Uncle Doug came up from Tennessee. He said, I got nothing better to do. I want to come up and see my grandkids, my cousin's kids, and said, I'll come up and help. So he's been helping out and been a huge help. Just cleaning. I mean, we spent 2 days in just the bathrooms, getting them presentable and usable. That's been a challenge. I met with the building department was it this past week or last week? Last week, met with the building department, got them all on board, got everything signed up, so we're good with them. I called and got my certificate of occupancy permit. For those that don't know, before you can actually, like I can be in here doing work, setting the business up, but I can't be doing work for production. I can't be doing work to make money, I guess, whatever. So anyway, so I talked to the building department. I got the certificate of occupancy inspection. The first inspection coming up, I believe Monday, so we're looking forward to that. Back to friends, I've had my friend, my 2 buddy Jims. My Jim lives close. He's been popping by helping, been a great help. My other buddy Jim's been popping in and helping. I mean, it's been great. I mean, I've had my buddy Eric's popped in and gave a hand. He lives down the street. Who have came out, reached out and said, hey, if you need any help, let us know. We're glad to see something's going on at the building. The building's been empty for so many years. Nothing's been going on. No one cared about it until someone started doing something with it. So yes, we have a lot of plans for not only the shop, but the rest of the building. So yeah, I think it's gonna be great for not only my business, but also for the community as a whole. What else? I met with a landscape architect this week. So there was a school that was here that was torn down. What bricks could be salvaged were salvaged. I've had a few people reach out and say, hey, I was involved with that business before. Can I have a couple of bricks? Sure, I don't care. Come up. I had someone that's local to this area who has a house that was built in 1880. And they asked for some bricks. I said, sure, your kids that grew up in the house that you own probably went to school there. So yeah, for sure. So if you're interested in some bricks, just let me know. But I met the landscape architect and I want to do a green space outside here, a little area to complement the building. So we're going to use a lot of the bricks for that. Some of the sandstone blocks out there we're going to use for parking blocks. So yeah, so we've got a lot of plans, not just for inside here, but I want to make the building more presentable. I don't think it's ever been painted. The gutters are totally rotted out. So looking forward to the spring. I have the landscape architects also putting together for overall plan as far as landscaping and making the building presentable. I got a meeting coming up with a awning guy to put some awnings out front and get that back to where it was. So yeah, lots of meetings, lots of plans, lots of money. So it's all coming together. It's just been time and patience and orchestrating everything. The city's has been pretty good as far as working with me. I'm looking forward to meeting with the building inspector. this coming week. So that's been it. So the other thing, like I said, I've been moving tools. So as soon as I finish a project at the old shop and I don't need that tool anymore, I bring it here. Like for example, the big laser is still out there because I have a show. I don't have any orders, but I have some shows coming up. So I'm working on some of the tumblers and getting those engraved and doing stuff like that. So yeah, once I get caught up on that, and I'll get that over here, then I gotta get everything wired and get everything inspected. So yeah, so it's gonna be a few more weeks yet before I'm actually in production. So now's the time, if you have a project, maybe a dining room table, a piece of furniture, or you have some weddings to go to this summer and you need some wedding gifts, or maybe you've got, you need a new sign made or something like that for front of your house, now's the time. I've been knocking out signs for a while. I still have the little CNC set up at the house, which is where I do most of the signs. Just let me know, but get those orders in now. So if you got a wedding, people say, I got a wedding in June, I don't need it. Now's the time to get on the list, because I'm hoping for a really productive wedding season, because anyone who owns a small business in a small town will tell you from January to April is just the dead season. So yeah, so that's been a lot going on. It's been up at 4:35. I'm a morning person anyway. On the computer, reading emails, reaching out, working from home, coming here by 8 to 10 o'clock, depending on my meetings that day, and working until 8 or 9 o'clock here, going home and working more. So don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's a lot. So let's see what else. Yeah, back to the tools. I've been bringing the tools over. This is like my third layout of how tools gonna go. I've got, I'm trying to make it where it's efficient. I've never had this much room before, ever. So I got one wall over here that is all of my sanding equipment. So I got dust collector, I've got the disc sander, oscillating spindle sander, the wide belt sander, and then the drum sander. And on this side over here, I've got dust collector, lathe, chop saw. I'm not sure about this layout yet. And then behind me here, I've got table saw. I need to build a big outfeed for that. I've got the joint or the thickness planer. I got a joiner I still got to get over here, and then I'm going to build a workstation. On my main deck, my main hero is going to be like my hand tool finicky workstation, and then I'm going to build a nice assembly table behind me. And then on the other side of the camera, is where I have hand tools and some finishing stations, and the big laser will go there when we move that, in maybe next week or so. Another question I get is retail. I get a lot of questions about, are you gonna have a retail space? And the answer is no. I don't want a retail space, my own retail space. I never had plans to, I never said I was going to. I am focusing more on e-commerce as well as retail locations, like being in other people's stores. That's the direction I think is the most efficient. I'm still gonna do the craft shows and the things like that. There's the farmer's market here. There's a bunch I'm signing up for this year to do, so you'll be able to get your cutting boards there. You can go online and buy them that way also, but no plans for retail, never has been, and I really don't think it's not a direction I wanna go, so. So that is pretty much it for the Weekend Chef update. Everyone have a great week. Stay positive, stay motivated. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to hit me up. I'm easy to get a hold of. My number's plastered everywhere. You can message me here on YouTube, or you can go to my Facebook page. But if you have a question, curious about anything, go to the source. Talk to me directly. Cheers, everyone. Have a great week. Like I said, stay motivated, stay positive, and I'll talk to you soon.